Hallöle, da bin ich wieder. Und weiter geht's wie immer mit Genshin. Ähm, Heute möchte ich gerne den Legendenauftrag von Alhaitham machen und siehe da, ich habe ein paar Weltenaufträge in Enkonomia, ähm, die ich aber wahrscheinlich noch nicht machen werde. War jetzt nämlich letztens dabei und habe äh,
Respect must be
mit
given to the will of
jemandem
every
zusammen
creature.
ein bisschen
Each
Enkonomia
fish in the
aufgeräumt, im
ocean
Sinne
swims
von
in its own direction.
Kogumi. Ich rede. Im Sinne von ein paar Kisten gesammelt und so. Wir waren jetzt auf der ersten Insel und haben da so ein bisschen gesucht, rumgelaufen, wie auch immer. Ja, und da sind mir noch ganz viele Quests aufgeploppt, die ich dann irgendwann nochmal machen muss.
Let's move out.
Aber hey, Content. So, natürlich ist Alhaitham. Okay. Alhaitham.
Hey there. Excuse us, but is Sino at the academia?
You two look familiar. Are you friends of Mahamatra Sino? I'm afraid he's out on a mission right now. But if you'd like, I can pass whatever message you might have on to him.
Aber warum suche
We
ich denn
ran
jetzt schon
into
wieder
this guy
Sino?
by
Ich
the
will doch
gates,
eigentlich
and
zu
he
Alhaitham.
seems really eager to speak with Amatra. It sounds like something urgent.
Oh? If you don't mind, why don't you tell me about it first?
Dem geht's gut.
Siraj. That name sounds familiar. Isn't he a Vahumana researcher?
Vahumana researcher?
Yes, one of their most renowned, in fact. I hear he's as daring as he is intelligent. There are rumors
Hallo
he'll become Vahumana's next
und
sage.
willkommen.
Please continue,
Schön,
good
dass
sir.
du hier bist. Ich hoffe,
What
dir
about
geht's gut.
Siraj?
I want to report him for conducting a dangerous experiment. He kidnapped me, tied me up, and took me to that horrible cave. Experimental equipment everywhere. I ran as fast as I could, a little slower, and he would have caught me.
There's no rush. Please, take your time. What kind of experiments was he conducting? Where is this cave?
I don't remember.
Huh? You can't remember?
All I remember is Siraj walking towards me, and then my head started feeling weird. It's like a nightmare that I can't recall. I just know that that place is dangerous, and that they must be stopped. Oh, I heard they conduct business in the tavern. We have to hurry.
Even if what you say
Lange ist's her. Okay.
All right. I'll have some of my colleagues look
Ja,
into
das ist
Siraj.
so
But before
ein
that,
Hauptgame
I would
hier.
like to administer the Matra lie detector test.
You think I'm lying?
Ist halt gut zum
Please
Streamen,
don't
es
take it
ist
the wrong way.
chillig.
This is just standard protocol.
Nebenbei kann man sich sehr
Sorry,
gut
but can you two
unterhalten.
wait out here a little while?
Die Story
We'll be
finde
back
ich
soon.
gut. Jo. Also ich nehme an, du hast auch Genshin gespielt.
Huh? Alhaitham?
Let me bring
Ist
you
er
up to
ja.
speed. First things first, Ilyas passed the lie detector test. This indicates that what he said is highly credible. As such, we've decided to launch an investigation based on the leads
Auf
he
dem
provided.
Smartphone. Ja, gut.
Per protocol, this matter was reported to acting Grand
Damit
Sage
habe ich
Alhaitham.
angefangen.
After hearing about it, he left a message for
Und
Mahamatra
dann
Sino
bin ich
and
aber
then
auf
asked
PC
to join
gewechselt,
the
weil es
investigation.
einfach viel entspannter auf
Kinda
PC
weird
ist
for you
und
to be working
deutlich
with the mantra.
besser.
Is there a special reason?
You're overthinking things. My interest was piqued is all.
Really? I'm unsurprised you have this much free time. In that case, let's join in as well, shall we, Traveler?
It's already against protocol for acting Grand Sage Alhaitham to participate in this investigation. As for you two... Oh, never mind. After all, you were the ones who brought Ilyas here. I'll allow you to accompany us, but you have to promise to keep everything confidential.
Don't you worry, our lips are sealed.
All right, in that case, I'll fill you in on what we know so far. Ilyas claimed that Siraj will be conducting some business with a Kasharawar researcher at the tavern. This is one of his few clear memories. It seems he stumbled upon this information while escaping. Incidentally, Siraj isn't at the academia right now. He applied for long-term off-site research 1 month ago. It's
Tower of
close to the
Fantasy,
time that
ja.
Ilyas had given. So we've
Tower
decided
of
to head to the
Fantasy habe ich
tavern and
auch
investigate any
angefangen.
suspicious persons.
Tatsächlich
That's
sogar
right.
wirklich
Arav, prepare to
am
head out.
Release
You two, do as you will.
Tag.
Oh, come on!
Heißt, ich saß dann um 4 Uhr noch was mit Freunden im Discord und wir haben drauf hingefiebert, dass es endlich losgeht. Aber irgendwie, ich weiß nicht, mir hat da ganz viel gefehlt. Auch wenn einige Sachen echt gut gemacht waren, auch besser umgesetzt teils als in Genshin, hat mir irgendwie diese, ich will nicht sagen, die Liebe zum Detail gefehlt, aber irgendwie schon. Ich weiß nicht, das war auch alles sehr oberflächlich. Du wurdest da halt einfach reingeschmissen. Klar, war cool, du hast halt super viel am Anfang, ja, auf gut Deutsch in den Arsch gesteckt bekommen. War halt super, ne? Du konntest halt super viel ziehen und hast nicht gesehen. Aber irgendwie, weiß ich nicht, hat es für mich schnell an Reiz verloren. Es war auch irgendwie, keine Ahnung, ich hatte relativ schnell dann das erste Gebiet da komplett erkundet und alles aufgesammelt und so. Und dann, ja, weiß ich nicht.
Are you sure you found the correct semantic field for this ancient?
Was? Mit Genshin soll man ja Stadt bauen gehen? Also, man kann in Genshin so ein bisschen dekorieren, ja. Das stimmt. Du hast deine Kanne, also deinen sozusagen Ort zum Leben. Und die kann man dann halt nach Herzenslust dekorieren, wie man möchte. Im Haus und halt drumrum. Kannst du da Gärten machen und was anpflanzen und so. Toll. Schon ganz cool gemacht.
We're here, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. What's our next course of action? Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
Looks like you haven't read any memos lately. The new Academia decree clearly states that even a sage doesn't have the authority to interfere with the Matra's actions during an ongoing investigation. If your superior were here, he wouldn't be asking me what to do. Instead, he'd be telling me to stay out of the way.
You're right. Understood. Then please wait here as we lock down the perimeter and search for suspicious persons.
Fantasy muss man mindestens
Ilyas,
einmal
please stay
I.
here. Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, I'll have to trouble you with the
Was
protection
genau
of our
meinst du?
primary witness.
Sure. Though I'd rather he just protect himself.
Und man ist immer fasziniert. Ja, ich nicht. Wie gesagt, ich fand's nicht gut.
You're the same as ever, casually ignoring people just like you did back at Aru Village.
Answering a simplistic question only enables the questioner. Besides, I need him to understand my position clearly. Arav has just as many doubts about my coming along as you do. But unlike you two, he's making this matter more complicated than it is, with his considerations like the acting Grand Sage is trying to seize the Matra's powers. That question was obviously bait. The Matra were once under the influence of the sages, and so were often subject to these bureaucratic traps. The test was strictly unnecessary, though. I hope that our exchange will assure him that I won't interfere with their work this time.
Ach, alle Fantasy-Spiele, oh Gott. Ja.
This is why I was against becoming the acting Grand Sage from the very first.
Ja.
Titles and rank inevitably make a
Also
lot
ich
of
finde jetzt
things
nicht, dass
more
man
troublesome
alle
than
unbedingt
usual.
spielen muss.
Excuse
Aber,
me, acting Grand Sage Alhaitham.
und es
I've
kommt ja
had
auch
a
immer drauf
question on
an,
my
ne?
mind, and I
Ich meine,
need
nicht
to
jeder
know
mag
the answer no
Fantasy,
matter what.
andere lieben eher,
Have we met before?
keine Ahnung.
No, I have no recollection of ever meeting you.
Haha, I thought so too.
Eine
I
endlose
probably wouldn't have
Geschichte.
had
Und auch,
anything
naja,
to do with someone of
endlos.
your caliber.
Then why did you ask?
Well, for some reason I felt a sense of familiarity when I met you for the first time.
Really? A misperception, perhaps. Or...
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham, we've apprehended a suspect.
Siraj?
No, it's the Kasharawar researcher who has dealings with him. His name is Narendra.
Acting Sage Alhaitham. Wait, can someone please explain what's going on? I admit that I did steal some mechanical components from the lab and sell them, but does something like that really warrant the personal interest of the acting Grand Sage? What have I gotten myself into? I know I let greed get the best of me, but please, I promise that this won't ever happen again.
I would like to ask him a few questions.
Of course.
Do you know Siraj?
Yeah, that's the name of my buyer. He asked to make the transaction at the tavern, but he never showed up.
What were the details of this
Ach,
transaction?
gehörte das zusammen? Eine
He's
endlose
doing
Geschichte
some
der
kind of
Fantasy-Reihe.
experiment that
Aber
seems to
gut,
require
ich
many
meine,
power
Fantasy ist jetzt auch nicht
generators
gleich
and
Fantasy,
electrical
ne?
components that can only be
Da
found in
gibt es ja
our
auch noch so
project.
viele massige
He
Unterschiede.
contacted me in private and said that he'd pay a large sum of mora if I was willing to put some aside for him, under the pretense of them being defective parts. We had
Aber
originally
das ist ja
agreed to
genau das
meet at the
Schöne. Es gibt
tavern
halt für
earlier
jeden
today to
etwas.
do the trade. I sure didn't expect to get stood up or run into you all.
Perhaps Siraj was aware that Ilyas might leak information, so he intentionally didn't show up. Whatever the case, it seems that this lead ends here.
Hm.
The good news is, regardless of what Siraj was planning, his progress will now be severely hindered by a lack of power generators and electrical components. We still have time to conduct our investigation. Do you have any more questions for the suspect?
No, he's all yours. But I'd like to borrow Ilyas for a while.
Oh, that's fine. We conducted a comprehensive lie detection exam, which showed that he has a genuine case of amnesia. We're not planning to pursue any further breakthroughs on that front. However, I am curious, what do you need him for exactly?
I've read some papers regarding amnesia, and I'd like to try restoring his memories.
I see. We'll be returning to the academia then. I'll
Hallo
leave Ilyas in your
Vidok.
care.
Na, schön, dass du hier bist. Wie geht's dir?
Follow me.
Jawohl, ich folge.
Let's move out.
Okay, das ist jetzt nicht so weit weg.
Siraj didn't show up at the tavern, and Narendra didn't give us any leads. Ugh, that means we're stuck. Alhaitham, are you serious about
Ja,
seeing things
soweit.
through?
Ganz okay.
I'm pretty surprised that you're this interested in the case.
I thought you would have guessed the reason by now.
Huh? Paimon has no clue.
Yes,
Oh,
we were classmates.
Oh, so that's why you asked to come along when Arav briefed you on the situation. So you're not here because you're interested in the case itself, but because you know the suspect?
You couldn't be further from the truth, but I wasn't expecting much from you to begin with. For the time being, all you need to know is that we were once classmates. I became the scribe afterwards while he continued his academic endeavors. He submitted a thesis 1 year ago, and the Grand Sage at the time asked for my opinion. I did not approve of it because it committed one of the 6 cardinal sins
Paimon.
by touching upon human evolution.
ja,
From
ich muss sagen, also
violating
ich hatte ja
matters
echt
regarding
Hoffnung
human
bei dem
evolution to
Legendenauftrag.
attempting the forbidden and fearing none. The
Das ist so ein
6
bisschen
cardinal
in
sins are the
Richtung
origin of all evil in this world.
Alhaitham,
They are
also der
also
da
what the
gerade
sages
labert
use
und
as
noch
a
einem
reference when
Dude geht.
formulating or amending the
Aber
rules
irgendwie
of
geht
the
er schon wieder in eine
academia.
ganz andere Richtung. Das
My
finde ich ein bisschen
opinion is that
kacke.
Siraj's research was both overly naive and in violation of various core principles.
Vor allem ist
The
das
Grand
wieder
Sage took
verdammt
some of
viel
my
Text
suggestions
und nur
on
die
board
Hälfte
and
davon
ultimately
ist gefühlt
decided to reject the
wichtig und
application.
ich weiß auch nicht.
So that's why he's buying energy sources and electrical components.
He's most likely trying to circumvent the rules and conduct his experiment in secret.
Schon wieder so ein verschenkter
That sounds super
Legendenauftrag
suspicious.
irgendwie.
Oh, we gotta stop him. Ilyas, can you try to remember things again? Maybe something new will pop up.
I'm sorry, but I've already tried many times. And no matter how hard I try, it feels like everything in my mind
Du
is
meinst die
shrouded in a thick mist.
super
It is
tollen
possible for a
Genshin-Streams,
person to
wo sich
subconsciously forget some
alle
of their
unterhalten,
memories
nur
as a
nicht über
defense mechanism
Genshin.
against extreme stress. However,
Obwohl
these
es
memories aren't
so
truly lost,
spannend
but
ist.
merely sealed away.
Ja, die kenne ich sehr
They
gut.
can be restored with the appropriate
Besten
stimulus.
Streams.
Now, try to recall things you care about. They don't need to be related to this case.
Well, actually, I feel like I've forgotten more than just the memories of the time I was kidnapped and experimented on. The kind of person I am, the things I've done, I can remember some things, but I can't recall some others no matter how hard I try. But I do
Nicht
vaguely remember that there are
Genshin-Streams, ja.
two things that I have to do no matter what.
Do tell.
The first
Ja, aber
is
ganz
to get my
ehrlich,
paycheck from the academia and give it to my
wenn
younger
die,
sister
wie
in
gesagt, wenn die wenigstens was
Gandharville.
Spannendes oder
I'm
Interessantes
not
machen
sure
würden,
about
so
the
über die Charaktere.
details,
Ich meine,
but it seems
dieser
that I would send
Legendenauftrag
money to
ist
my
ja
younger
extra
sister
von
every
dem Dude,
month to
von dem
pay her family
Alhaitham.
expenses.
And the second
Und
thing?
die Geschichten von denen sind auch teilweise super
I
interessant,
can't
werden
remember.
dann teilweise so ein bisschen
Sorry, there's just
angeteased in
so
manchen
much I
Sachen.
can't
Aber
recall.
im Legendenauftrag
Not
selbst geht es dann um
unexpected.
komplett andere Sachen.
However,
Das
you're
finde
the
ich so
only
schade,
one who has
anstatt
seen
dann einfach mal
Siraj and knows the
die
exact
Charaktere
location of
wieder
his cave at
vorzustellen.
present.
Also für
As
sowas
such, we'll do
finde ich,
everything we can to
weiß ich
help
nicht.
you regain your memories.
Losing your memories must be really painful. But don't you worry, we'll help you get them all back.
Oh, thank you so much.
Das
This
ist halt
feeling,
alles so
it's more than
vergeudetes,
just
weiß ich
pain.
nicht.
I don't
Aber
know how to
egal, ist die
describe it.
Primos.
I have so few memories
Dafür
that
ziehe ich
I
durch.
don't even have a clear idea of who I am. And my head's always ringing. It feels like I could faint at any moment.
Und da das eh alles automatisch durchläuft, muss ich
But
nicht mal
amidst
was
all that,
klicken.
it also feels like I've been set free somehow.
Alles fürs Geld. Ja.
Nevertheless,
Wobei Geld ist
I
das ja
have
nicht mal, ist ja
you
nur
all to
die
thank
Währung
for bringing me what clarity I do have right now.
zum Puls
Now,
kaufen.
I do remember that I worked
Geld gibt's ja
part-time
hier auch
at a
noch
place
mal.
in the academia
Das
called
ist auch was
the
anderes.
Research Preparation Center. That's also where I got my monthly paycheck.
I see. In that
Also
case,
in
let's go and
Genshin müsste
find
das eher
whoever's in
heißen,
charge
alles für die
there.
Puls. Was auch immer. Belohnung geben, genau. Mensch, ach, ich hab hier gerade. Kennt ihr diese Kacke, wenn man. Also nicht die Kacke. Ja, alles klar. Viel Spaß und danke fürs Reinschauen. Und ganz viel Spaß mit deinem Huni. Ich habe gerade so einen scheiß Nietnagel. Also so ein Stück vom Nagel, der einfach scheiße wehtut und da einfach nur so rumhängt. Ich krieg den nicht ab. Das ist so unangenehm. Wo muss denn hin? Ganz nach oben oder was? Forschungsvorbereitungszentrum. Alter, das gibt's auch nur in Deutschland, ne? Diese langen Namen. What the fuck? Forschungsvorbereitungszentrum. Okay, doch, hier oben rein. Ist hier nicht eigentlich das, wo Nahida? Nee. Moment, hä? Lol, hätte ich mich da jetzt wirklich einfach hochporten können? Ich heul. Nee, nicht das. Nicht die Hautfetzen. Das ist wirklich so ein Stück vom Nagel. Wo du dir gefühlt einmal die komplette Seite vom Nagel abziehst. Und es dann einfach scheiße blutet. Aua, okay. Es ist ab. Oh, jetzt stört es mich nicht mehr. Es ist so ein Trigger bei mir, ne? Ich muss dann auch die ganze Zeit was? Was? Präzisionsspindel, Trim... was? Präzisionsspindel, Trim... Potentiometer? War das richtig? Oh Gott. Das andere ähnliche Ding. Ja, genau. Das, was halt vom Nagel abgeht und nicht von der Haut. Ja, bei der Haut ist immer richtig RIP. Da ziehe ich schon immer gefühlt in die andere Richtung, damit ich mir halt nicht die ganze Haut runterrupfe. So schrecklich. Ich habe dafür so ein richtiges Talent.
Oh, Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham. I've sent this period's research expenses report to your office. Have you taken a look? Are there any issues
Ja, war
with it?
richtig. Huh.
I did. Recent research expenses have decreased
Das
quite a bit
präzise mit
compared to
einer,
past figures.
mit einer
Yes,
Spindel
though that is
getrimmt wird. Ich
primarily
habe keine
because there
Ahnung,
are
was
fewer
ein
scholars with
Potentiometer
research
ist.
needs. But that can be a rather
Das klingt für mich
convoluted.
irgendwas nach...
Might I ask why you are here today?
Ich weiß nicht.
I believe you know this individual. His
Also,
name is
potent
Ilyas.
ist
He
nämlich
worked part-time here,
jemand,
and he's here
der
for his paycheck.
halt
Oh,
Kinder kriegen
yes,
kann.
of course.
Sehr
Though,
gut.
Ilyas,
Das
where
ist
have
für mich
you been
potent.
these past few days?
Und ein Meter ist irgendwas, was misst.
That was our busy
Also ein
period, but then you disappeared without a word. Everyone had
Messgerät
to
für
pick
die
up the
Fruchtbarkeit.
slack.
I'm sorry. Something
Nein,
unexpected
keine Ahnung, was das
came
sein
up.
soll.
But I know I've caused trouble for everyone. Is
Das
there
ist ja
anything I
meine
can do to make up for
Schlussfolgerung
it?
aus dem Wort.
The other researchers have more or less finished your share of the work. However, there is one thing that is yet
Das
to be settled.
präzise mit einer Spindel
You remember
getrimmt wird.
Chandler?
Ich kann mir darunter
You were in
überhaupt nichts
charge of
vorstellen,
following
ne?
up on his
So
off-site
gar nicht.
research application.
Das klingt aber auf jeden Fall sehr lustig.
He retracted his application a few days ago and canceled his off-site project.
Da gab es doch auch mal irgend so eine Säure.
He's the 12th person to
Ich kann mir
retract a
den Namen nur
research
nie merken.
application this month. I'd like you to ask him why he did that.
Er hatte doch auch so einen ewig
Chandra's
langen Namen.
probably having coffee at this hour, so you can find him at the
Polyacetylsäure?
cafe.
Nee.
Understood.
Ein
Then,
Potentiometer
about
ist
my
ein
paycheck.
verstellbarer Widerstand.
I'll pay you in full
Aha.
once you return. However, make sure you don't disappear without
Drehknöpfe.
saying anything again.
Ah, okay.
Consider it to your colleagues and give them some forewarning at least.
Fruchtbarkeitsmesser ist auch geil. Ja, ne?
Acting Grand Sage Alhaitham?
I have no objection.
Ich mein... Ja. Hätte ja sein können. Das wäre jetzt, wie gesagt, in meinem Kopf wäre das jetzt die logische Schlussfolgerung aus diesem Wort, wenn man es nicht kennt. So, wo darf ich... Sag mal, kannst du da jetzt mal hochklettern? Kannst du... Danke. Höher. Höher? Oder wie misst man damit? Ja, so ein... Genau. Keine Ahnung. Die verarscht mich doch. Hä? Das Ding Alter. Ach, jetzt muss ich auch noch raus. Warte, wo muss ich jetzt hin? Am Arsch laufe ich da jetzt hin. Wie so ein Schwangerschaftstest, ja.
Let's move out.
Ilyas? Long time no see. What can I do for you?
I heard that you canceled your research project, so I'm just here to ask you why.
Oh, that, it's really nothing special. I just don't feel like going anymore. I'm not the only one who canceled, right? I mean, people have had no motivation to conduct research lately, haven't they?
No motivation to conduct research?
Yeah. Say, who might you be? You look sort of familiar.
Oh, don't mind me. Please, continue.
Well, with the downfall of the Sages not long ago, many of the projects that they led were put on hold while they were being investigated. With the situation being so volatile, people are picking up random things to do to kill time. No one wants to risk starting any new research until it's clear how things will pan out in the future.
When you say how things will pan out, you actually mean what the new sages would have interest in, right?
Wow, talk about blunt. But that isn't the only reason for the lack of motivation to start new research.
So what are the other reasons?
Well, because the
Mir ist
Akashic
gerade
Journal
mal
shut down.
aufgefallen.
I'm sure you're all aware that we require
Da lag
all
gerade,
kinds
glaube
of
ich, eine
knowledge to
Durian
perform any of the
auf dem
research
Tisch.
we do. Back then, the Akasha
Ich
would
weiß nicht, ob
respond to any of
Durian
our
euch ein Begriff
requests for
ist,
the knowledge we needed. It was
aber
beyond
falls nicht,
convenient. We didn't have to spend
also
an extended amount
das
of
sieht der
time
Paimon da, das
studying, so we
große,
were able to
es sieht
immediately
aus wie
run
eine
various
Durian und
tests and
Durian ist eine
experiments.
Stinkefrucht.
I see.
Und die ist erstmal scheiße
You get
teuer,
it, right?
zumindest wenn man die hier in
After
Deutschland
having had
kaufen
a
will.
taste of something so amazing,
Und
who could be
zweitens
bothered to
muffelt die
manually sift
wie
through data and files ever
alles.
again? There are
Socken,
only a handful of people
irgendwas
at the academia who
Totem
are starting new
und
projects
vor
or
allem nach
performing
faulen
research.
Zwiebeln.
Most people are like me, waiting for a
Und wenn man
recognized
die isst,
researcher to start a
schmeckt die auch nach
project
faulen
before
Zwiebeln.
immediately applying to join.
Und das
Although
ist
our
so
names will be
tatsächlich
further down in the
ich glaube,
paper, we'll have a much easier
ich weiß nicht, ob es in
time.
komplett,
We don't have to do most of the mental heavy
was
lifting.
ist teuer in
All
Deutschland?
we have to do is
Durian,
focus
die
on our
Frucht,
assigned
die da
tasks.
eventuell auf dem Tisch liegt, das große. What the fuck? Geht's ihm gut? Ich glaube, der hat einen Schlaganfall. What the fuck?
Ilias, what's wrong?
Das ist eine Puppe.
It hurts.
Da, diese große, wo er sich gerade so richtig schön drüber gelehnt hat. Das sieht aus wie eine Durian. Und, Alter, was ist denn mit ihm? Ein Schlaganfall.
I remember now. I remember what Siraj said to me as he approached.
Okay.
You will become Siraj number 36. Fuse yourself with a consciousness under my control. Think only in accordance with a set module.
Er ist eine Puppe. Okay, interessant. Ja, auf jeden Fall ist das ist super schwer, in Deutschland an so eine
It's what
Durian
Siraj was
ranzukommen.
researching, and the topic of the
Und
thesis he
B,
had
sollte man
submitted.
die nirgendwo hin
Collective
transportieren.
consciousness and the path
Denn
of
die mufft
evolution.
alles voll und der Geruch, der bleibt. Deswegen ist es in irgendwelchen asiatischen Bereichen, ich weiß jetzt nicht genau wo, verboten, Durian mit aufs Hotelzimmer zu nehmen. Weil die einfach so hart stinkt, dass du den Geruch halt kaum noch rausbekommst.
Siraj believed that by achieving 3 objectives, he could
Und
create
ja,
a collective consciousness
ich
in
habe
human
die mal
society and drive
probiert
humans
in
toward their ultimate
Düsseldorf. Da
evolution.
konnte man die kaufen, das ist so eine
First, he
Japanmeile.
would rank test subjects in descending order of
Und
ability,
da habe ich
with
mir
number 1 serving as the
ein
overmind.
kleines Stück, das ist
This
so, war so
overmind would then
handgroß,
divide
also
tasks
kleine
into
Hand groß.
numerous modules and delegate them to
Und
the
das hat einfach
collective's members
15
based on
Euro
their
gekostet,
assigned
glaube
number.
ich.
Lastly, members would
Ich habe
share their
davon einmal
memories and
probiert
emotions to facilitate
und
the rapid
dachte, ich
exchange
muss
of
kotzen.
information within the collective.
Also ich meine, höre ich zum ersten Mal von. Musst du mal googeln. Dann siehst du, was ich meine. Sieht halt 1:1 aus wie dieses große Knubbelding, was da liegt auf dem Tisch gerade. Warum habe ich eigentlich schon wieder keine Maus an? So, jetzt. Also wie das da. Ist hier die Frucht. Die,
Paimon still doesn't get it.
ja.
What's the point of all that?
Think of it as linking many minds together and tailoring a given mind's assigned work based on its compatibility. Eventually,
Manche
everyone's minds will
feiern
be
die total
consolidated
und stehen
into a
total
new
auf den
form of
Geschmack, weil für die
existence that is
schmeckt das
both
wie,
an
keine Ahnung,
individual and
Vanillepudding.
an organization. Siraj believes
Ist auch
this
von der
collective
Konsistenz her super,
consciousness
super
is
weich.
superior to individual humans.
Und für andere, ja. Also
Squishy
ich fand es
all
jetzt nicht
the
super
people
ekelhaft,
together.
aber es war
Paimon
schon
thinks that
echt
sounds
grenzwertig.
horrible.
Es schmeckt halt wirklich für
It's just
mich
as
wie
Alhaitham said.
vergammelte Zwiebeln.
Siraj gave all the test subjects different numbers.
Nur in
Bigger numbers
süß.
meant you had a lower rank, so your assigned
Das
tasks
ist
were
ganz
less
weird.
complex, such as being responsible for everyone's basic needs. Smaller numbers were ranked higher, so you'd be given more complex assignments like planning for the future. Siraj referred to me as number 36, and I think that was a low-ranking number. I also recall that Siraj said his plan was proceeding very quickly, and that the hive would soon be complete.
Oh no, then we gotta hurry. We have to stop him before it's complete.
I tried my best, but that's all I can remember. I still can't recall where the cave is. I'm really sorry.
Take your time. You'll eventually remember it all. However, something doesn't seem right. Some details don't add up.
What's off?
You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number.
I'm not sure what Siraj's numbering system is based on. Anyway, we're done here. Let's go.
Please, wait. I heard you all talking about Siraj just now. Are you looking for him?
Huh? Do you know something?
Well, Siraj is pretty popular as of late. I heard he's gained recognition from a lot of well-known researchers. Supposedly, he's a strong contender for being one of the next sages. There are many who would give up everything to be a part of his research team. I'm nothing special, though, so I doubt I'd get the opportunity. That said, I do know a researcher who received an invitation from Siraj but declined it. Her name is Janaki. If you're interested, you can try to find her. She's usually reading at the pavilion in the garden.
Muss ich sagen, ich hätte gehofft, dass man eventuell herausbekommt, warum Alhaitham, also dieser Dude hier, warum der da so Kopfhörer-ähnliche Sachen anhat und vor allem, die gehen ja von einem ich weiß nicht, ob das einfach nur normale Kopfhörer sind, aber ich glaube halt eher nicht. Vor allem gehen die halt auch hier irgendwo rein und, keine Ahnung, verschwinden dann irgendwo. Halt super weird. Ich hatte gehofft, dass man das vielleicht erfährt. Vielleicht ist mit ihm ja auch irgendwas nicht, keine Ahnung, menschlich. Aber leider. So, muss ich jetzt wieder da hoch? Nein, ich muss ganz woanders hin, okay. So, jetzt muss ich da runter.
Are you Janaki? We'd like to ask you a couple of things about Siraj.
Ilyas?
Do you know me? I'm sorry, but I don't recognize you.
Are you playing dumb with me?
No, I'm not. I actually have amnesia, so I've lost a lot of my memories.
And
Paimon.
are you trying to say that I should forgive you just because you've forgotten what you've done? Or are you
Okay.
using the acting Grand Sage as backup to settle things with me? The two biggest loners teaming up. What a terrible thought.
That's enough. There seems to be a dispute between the two of you, but I have no interest in that. I heard that Siraj once invited you to
Oh
join
Mann,
his
er
project.
ist so genial.
Is that true?
So, what if it is?
Er interessiert sich nur für die
Siraj
Fakten.
did extend an invitation
Scheiß
to
auf
me,
menschliche
and I was
Gefühle.
also interested in his project. I think it was about collective consciousness or something. Anyway, he said that I could be number 45. I refused because I thought that rank was too low. No one wants to be placed at the bottom. Certainly not me.
Ilias is number 36, and Janaki was supposed to be number 45. Ugh, just how many people did Siraj have his eyes on?
Tell me,
Okay.
did Siraj tell you how he assigned numbers?
Yeah. Remember how the sages took advantage of the Akasha and extracted Yana energy from our heads back then? They left a document that records the amount of Yana energy that the Akasha had extracted from each person. I don't know how Siraj got his hands on that document, but he used it as the basis for his numbering system.
I see. He believes that this data can be used to evaluate a person's computing power.
Oh Mann, ey. Ja, dieses scheiß
Putting aside the
Akasha-System.
validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
At most, jnana energy can only be seen as representing a portion of a person's abilities. Humans are complicated beings, so it is impossible to evaluate them using a single criterion.
See?
Ja,
I
alles
knew
klar.
the thing
Vielen,
had
vielen Dank
only
für
been
deinen
ranked as
Lurk und ganz viel
45.
Spaß.
What else do you know about Siraj?
That's it. He came to me, I refused, and that was the end of it. Is there anything else you needed? If not, I'm out of here. I've had enough of this eyesore.
Please wait. I still want to know what I did in the past.
You really forgot?
I swear, I don't remember anything.
Paimon can vouch for him. The mantra also said that he truly lost his memories.
I see. You know what? It's better this way. I get angry just thinking about it, so I really don't have the patience to fill you in. All you need to know is that you got a lot of people in trouble back then, including me. That's all I have to say. Goodbye.
And she's gone. She doesn't seem to like you very much. Do you really not remember anything?
I really don't. But after she said that, I've had this heavy feeling in my chest. I guess I did something really horrible.
Do you want to remember?
Huh?
Even though you're a witness against Siraj in this case, you've also lost your memory. No one can force you to remember if you don't want to. Even if you manage to remember, all you would need to do is feign ignorance and tell us that you tried the best you could, but to no avail.
I'm not sure what to do. Like I said before, for some reason I felt a sense of freedom when I realized I had lost my memories. But I feel like I shouldn't be allowed to go free so easily. I still want to remember everything. What should I do?
I can look up your file. Something that caused trouble for a lot of people in the past must be on file somewhere. Would you like me to look into it?
Yes, please.
All right, then let's return to the House of Dana. We've spent enough time here, and you should go and get your paycheck.
Ja, in Akten schnüffeln. Okay, ich muss mal runter. Weiter runter. Akademie, ja, danke. Wo soll ich denn da hin? Weiter runter. Oh Gott. Nein, jetzt auch wie komplett falsch. Hä? Ich bin verwirrt. Hier unten ist doch gar nichts mehr. Tiefer. Höher. Ich bin verwirrt. Kann ich mich da nicht einfach hin teleportieren? Ah. Okay. Ah, okay. Jetzt habe ich hier einen. Toll. Den hätten sie mir auch gerade mal früher geben können. Wo muss ich denn hin? Ja. Alter. The fuck. Okay. Der Heilige. Ach, das ist so ein Seiteneingang. Oh mein Gott. Okay. Ich meine, das wusste ich natürlich. Scheiße. Ach, Mann. Hm. Oh, ich kann da hinten. Nee, doch nicht.
Let's split up for now. Ilyas, you go and deal with that. The rest of you, come to the archives with me. We'll meet back here later and then head over to Gandharvaville.
Okay. Thank you all so much.
Relax, Ilyas. Being nervous accomplishes nothing.
That's true. I'm ready. No matter what I've done, I'm ready to face it.
Na dann.
I'll also try my best to remember anything else related to Siraj. We'll put an end to all of this.
I'm holding you to that. See you later.
Okay. Sprich mit Alhaitham. Ich muss mit mir selbst reden. Höher? Höher? Aber... okay. Ich weiß nicht. Hier hoch? Scheint richtig zu sein. Ah, hier bin ich. Okay, ich verstehe. Gott. Gibt es hier eigentlich noch Bücher zum Einsammeln? Nö. Ich muss ja sagen, das ist schon hübsch, ne? Es könnte glatt sein Büro sein hier.
Okay. The important files from the last few years should all be here.
Natürlich setzt er sich dahin. Wer da sitzt, da muss ich gerade mal ein Bild von machen. Okay, so ist doof. Mensch. So. Nein. Nicht ganz so weit. Nein. Herrgott. Kamera. Hallo?
Wait. Huh? No.
Will hier gerade gar nichts mehr funktionieren.
Whatever.
Kameraführung ist hier ganz wild. Ich lasse es lieber. Ach, jetzt steht er auf? Okay. Oh.
What's wrong?
Nothing. Anyway, I found Ilyas's file. Let's meet downstairs.
Erik, hallo. Vielen, vielen Dank für dein Raid.
What have I done?
Ich hoffe, euch geht's gut. Und wie war der Stream?
This file indicates that you were once commended by the Academia for your courage and sense of justice. You were considered a hero.
Huh? Me?
Yes. Your instructor was engaging in academic fraud, and you were the one who reported him. Your report was
So.
found to be true after a series of investigations,
Recht
and your
ruhig.
instructor was brought to justice by the Matra. This incident caused quite the commotion, and the Academia sent
Was
you a
habt ihr denn
commendation.
gespielt? Outrider.
What is it? Are any memories coming back to you?
No, it's just my head
Wie
feels like it's
geht's
being
dir?
ripped
Wie geht's
apart
euch?
again. It hurts. Did I seriously do that? Then why?
Let's put this matter aside for now. It isn't directly related to Siraj, so there's no need to push yourself over it.
I'm sorry. That should have been something good to hear, but my body is instinctively rejecting it. I feel like I'll black out if I try to remember.
Take it slow. Recovering memories is no easy task, especially when it involves memories that you don't want to remember. Just do what you think is right.
Thank you. I'm not sure how you're so calm and composed all the time, but it does make me feel more confident about the situation I'm in.
Let's head to Gandharvaville and deliver Ilyas's paycheck to his sister. Come on!
Na dann. Geh nach irgendwo hin. Wo auch mal das ist. Ach, okay. Das ist, ich glaube, ich gehe von da hoch. So. Oh, noch perfekter. Gab's da noch einen? Ja. Ah, hab ich. Boah, die brauche ich wieder. Die gehen mir in letzter Zeit so oft aus, einfach weil ich so viel farme. Ganz schlimm. Ja, komm.
A process of elimination. How bold.
Scheiße. Nein, lass los.
Hold the line!
Oh, mal selbst in die Luft gesprengt. Auch gut.
Shine down!
Oh. Oh Mann, ey. Oh, okay. Kann ich irgendwas machen? Aber für was? Ach, da oben. Okay, ja gut. Das mache ich jetzt aber nicht. Ach, das ist er hier mit seinen ganzen Hunden. Jetzt weiß ich wieder, wo ich bin.
We should be close. Let me think. It should be this way.
Ilias, what are you doing back here?
Erstmal einen Schluck trinken. Denkt dran, trinken ist wichtig.
It's
Ich hoffe,
nothing.
ihr trinkt auch
I
alle
was just wondering
ausreichend.
how everyone was doing.
You sure everything's okay? Did they bully you again? It's all right. You can tell us.
Heiliger Schwede.
Ilias, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just a minor headache.
So geht's mir auch
haven't
mal, wenn
been
ich
getting much
Kopfschmerzen
rest
habe.
lately.
Back then, I told you not to be a hero. Look how things turned out. I can't imagine how things are going for you at the academia. We've even been receiving threat letters.
You don't have to force yourself to stay at the academia. You can always come back home.
I'm
Oh.
all right. I just need a little rest.
Ilias doesn't seem like he wants them to know that he has amnesia.
Hey! That's enough, you two. Ilias isn't feeling well. You can keep nagging him once we get home. Ilias, let's find somewhere to talk.
Okay, die Stimme kam mir gerade irgendwie hart bekannt vor.
So, how's your headache?
It's much better now. Oh, here. It's this month's paycheck. How's everything at home?
Same old, same old. It's just that everyone's worried about you.
Klingt so ein bisschen wie
Don't mind their nagging.
Mona
Deep
oder
down,
so.
they know that you
Nee,
did the
Mona
right
nicht.
thing. It's just that after hearing a lot of bad rumors about you and seeing all the threatening letters...
Amber.
Well, their mom and dad. Maybe they just want you to conform a bit more.
Ja, ich glaube, das
Conform.
klingt ein wenig wie Amber.
Yeah. You don't remember? After the incident, you... Ilias? What's wrong?
Ah, I see. I remember now. Don't worry, I remember now.
You're acting a little weird today, you know? Anyway, I understand your decision. But Mom, Dad, and I just want you to be happy. I don't care if you're a hero or not. I just want you to enjoy life and relax more.
Your understanding is a great comfort to him.
Is it? That's good. Are you a friend of his?
More so these two. My name is Alhaitham, and this is the Traveler in Paimon.
Oh, that rings a bell. At any rate, I feel more at ease knowing that my brother has friends. Would you like to join us for dinner? I just happened to buy some extra food.
Sorry, but I still have things I need to take care of.
Well, that's a shame. Okay, I'll get going then. Take care of yourself, Ilias.
Ach, süß.
Don't worry. I won't do anything to make you guys worry again.
You remember now?
Yes, I do. Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person.
Is that
Wow.
your way of conveying gratitude?
Oh, my apologies. But I meant every word.
Wie nett.
Remember when I asked at the tavern if we had ever met? I said that there was a sense of familiarity, but what I really meant was a sense of loathing.
Loathing?
Yeah, but having spent some time with you, I realized that you're not someone I dislike to that extent. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
My strength is that I don't care about what others think. If you could also develop this quality,
Ja.
then you won't be as bothered by complicated social relationships.
It'd be great if I could think like you. But first things first. I remember where Siraj's cave is now. I'll take you there.
Really? That's great! I don't remember remembers that you said there are 2 things that you had to do. We've only checked off 1, right? What about the other one? Are we not gonna do that first?
There are more important things at hand. We have to stop Siraj before he completes his collective consciousness, or it'll be too late.
You're right. Let's head out.
Na dann. Auf geht's. Leute verprügeln. Los. Okay. Schauen wir doch mal. Würde ich in diesem Wald, wo auch sonst. Die 2 Turtelkätzchen. Wie süß. Oh, die sind nicht mal böse. Ich sollte vielleicht mal Alhaitham heilen. Scheiße, ich wollte die nicht angreifen. Oh Mann, ich bin extra ein Stück weggegangen. Ja, das war verdient. Entschuldigung, ich gehe schon. Oh Mann. Ja. Okay. Ich klaue mir jetzt erstmal kurz die Blümchen nach. Natürlich geht sie die nicht. Nein. Nein, 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 nein. Okay. So, dann. Keiner gesehen. So. Ah, okay, I see. Oder dann werden wir den jetzt, glaube ich, gleich schon zum Probieren haben. Dann stelle ich mal um. Pack mal noch, wen packe ich denn dazu? Kasura.
Sounds good to me.
Ja. Passt.
This is the place.
It's so well hidden. But there's nothing spooky about it. Let's go inside and take a look.
Ja. Ja, passt. Aber würde ich jetzt nämlich Alhaitham behalten, dann hätte ich nämlich nur 4 Leute in der Truppe. Und jetzt habe ich 5. Jetzt bin ich gespannt, was er für einen Schaden hat. Moment, wie ist er jetzt gebaut? Das würde mich mal interessieren. Der ist tatsächlich schlechter als meiner. Ach nee, das ist meiner. Nein, das ist nicht meiner. Meiner ist da. Okay, der hat halt mehr Leben. Mehr Verteidigung. Und ich habe mehr Elementarkunde. Mehr Angriff. Und hier sind meine Werte minimal besser. Was hat der für eine Aufladerate? Okay.
Wait.
Ah ja.
Wait.
Ah,
Wait.
okay. Aber ich bin bei meinem auch noch dran. Also meine ist noch nicht fertig. Meine hat jetzt gerade mal so ein bisschen, naja, was bekommen, aber noch nicht perfekt. Interessantes Versteck auf jeden Fall.
Weird. It's bigger on the inside than Paimon imagined. Are you sure it's still a work in progress? Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh? Ilyas! Where'd he go?
Weggelaufen.
I don't sense him nearby.
Did he get separated from us? Should we wait here or turn around and look for him?
There's no need for that. Let's keep moving.
Alright. We'll continue in and see if he catches up to us.
Okay. Dann, das ist schon interessant, ne? Einfach so mitten im Baum. Aber ich hätte ja keine Lust, da ständig runter zu laufen. An dem Moment, wir sind hier reingefallen, ne? Okay, da ist dann auch noch ein Eingang. Dann. Da hätte ich aber ruhig mal einrichten können, du. Das ist ja... Oh, okay.
It's okay, Ilyas. You've done more than enough for me already.
I don't understand. Everyone knows that Johnny is stealing your research. Why is no one willing to go public with the truth? He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application, and whenever the project hits a wall, he asks you for help. Everyone knows what's going on.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud, that'd be the end of the project. Too many people would be affected.
But he's obviously taking advantage of you! He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, he struts around with your research data and takes credit for it. That's not right! Why are you putting up with this?
A lot of people warn me to not say anything, and I think they have a point. This is just how things are. All I want is to graduate without any problems. It's okay. He's at least paying me.
Half a year of your time and effort, countless all-nighters, and casual threats and insults, all for a measly 20,000 mora? He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter?
Ich finde es immer interessant, dass wir einfach komische Visionen aus dem Nichts bekommen. Warum auch immer.
You could read minds this whole time and you never told Paimon?
Of course not.
Wow.
I was also able to see those memories just now. They were probably the ones that leaked out while Ilyas was connecting to the collective consciousness.
Connecting collective consciousness?
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The hive has long been finished. The collective consciousness project is already complete, and Ilyas is now returning to the collective. Not entirely. Keep walking and you'll see why.
Okay, ich bin gespannt. Also es ist tatsächlich doch gerade ein bisschen interessant. Aber auch hier wieder nichts eingerichtet. Es sind einfach nur irgendwelche Hütten, die hier rumstehen. Naja, oh, was ist das denn hier? Okay. Interessant. Neue Mechaniken. Okay. Ich verstehe jetzt nicht, warum das jetzt, also erst jetzt auftaucht, aber okay. Interessant auf jeden Fall. So ein bisschen was von... Geht was, wenn ich das jetzt auch offen? Ja. Also eigentlich ist der hier unnötig. Interessant. Ich hoffe, so eine Mechaniker haben sie... Oh. Gut. Ja, rein theoretisch einen Clown. Aber... Yeah. Oh, ich hoffe, das haben die nachher in Fontaine auch. Das ist ja richtig cool. Okay, das ist cool gemacht. Das mag ich.
The wind knows me.
Was ich hier auf jeden Fall sehe, Kisten. Kisten sind immer gut. Ist schon nett gemacht, muss ich sagen. Also, doch, gefällt mir. Oh, okay.
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
Hübsch.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Okay. Kann da gar nicht. Interessant gemacht, auf jeden Fall. Oh, wie weit hoch geht das denn da?
Alhaitham. Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Okay. Die haben alle so komische Dinge auf, ne? Aber super interessant gemacht hier auf jeden Fall. Und da oben, das geht ja überall weiter, diese ganzen Häuser hier. Sehr interessant. Sowas dürften die ruhig öfter mal machen. Okay. Oh. Nächste Erinnerung.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what? Your reputation? Do you have any idea how many people you brought down?
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying. Are you saying you don't care that Raju jumped to his death?
It's a shame. What happened to him? I thought he was stronger than that. Everyone has been working hard to complete the project. He could have endured for a bit longer. But he chose now, of all times, to...
In any case, we're done with you. Because of your recklessness, the Matra are putting Johnny on trial. This project is done for. None of this affects you at all. But do you know how many people, myself included, needed this project to complete their studies? Now our futures are up in the air. If worst comes to pass, we might not be able to graduate. Do you understand now?
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Na dann.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet. Save your words for when we see him.
Na dann. Also hier ist jetzt mehr eingerichtet. Ach, hier sitzt auch jetzt jemand. Und wieder mit so einer komischen Brille. Ja. Kiste. Ich möchte sie gerne öffnen, danke. Hier ist wenigstens, ja, wie gesagt, schön eingerichtet. Immerhin. Bisschen mehr Details hier. Okay. Dann. Oh, okay, jetzt geht's hier wieder weiter. Hier ist nie. Jemand. Ich glaube, der Person geht's nicht so gut. Ich finde diese Aquarien auch hübsch. Ich hätte so eins gerne. Ah, okay, man kann davon mehrere tragen. Das finde ich cool. Oh. Oh. Und dann brauche ich wahrscheinlich wieder das. Weil das könnte ich dann rein theoretisch auch mitnehmen. Okay. Oh. Und weiter geht's.
Alias, this is all very strange. Is there really no research group that will take you? Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. I know you're a hero for fighting academic fraud, but well, we can't make exceptions for heroes, now can we? Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers. Getting a reputation for being too unconventional will not stand you in good stead in the long run.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Ah, where are my manners? My name is Siraj.
Siraj? I've heard of you before. Do you need something from me?
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. Even your family can't understand your actions. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous. How about it? Wanna have a go?
Ich finde was ja super weird, ne? Diese ganze komische Technik und hast nicht gesehen.
What did you see?
Paimon can't believe it! He really did trick us! That giga jerk! No, Siraj is the real giga jerk here. Ilias is just a regular jerk. Ooh, Paimon's so mad! We're gonna find him and we're gonna make him explain himself!
Okay. Kommt man da hoch? Ich will Kasur? Nee, schade. Oh no. Wäre jetzt fast schief gegangen. Das ist schon echt cool gemacht, muss ich sagen. Also echt hübsch. Oh, Paimon, Alter.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias. And I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here.
Ah, super. Okay.
To throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the hive. That was my task as Siraj number 36.
You were already Siraj number 36? But you passed the Matra's lie detector test!
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time, even my identity and assigned responsibilities. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. I chose to delete those memories. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, so I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Now, I choose to return to that identity. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective. And so, this is goodbye.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilias, not Siraj number 36. The outside outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That is Siraj.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. Have I done something to offend you? I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. Then, I recruited researchers from the academia to build a collective consciousness. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves.
Unglaublich.
Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought. This is what they have chosen. All I've done is fulfill their wishes.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are
Da
researchers
gibt's einen
at the
großen
academia
Unterschied.
who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless. People are so obsessed with collective will that even those on the fringes will attempt to fit in after suffering setbacks. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to congregate together. And the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness through which even an ordinary bee colony can become a powerful swarm. Replace the bees with humans, and this model becomes even more potent. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. You once arrogantly denied the merits of this project before the Grand Sage. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this. You don't care about the pain of others. But I didn't give up. I made my thesis into reality.
When we arrived,
Schlimme ist, die haben ja
I noticed
nette
many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you
Grundgedanken,
noticed that?
aber machen das halt
Then can you
ständig
guess
falsch.
where
Die
their
setzen es
inhabitants
alle
are?
falsch um.
The answer is
Und
the
am Ende werden sie
academia.
wahnsinnig
They're
oder keine
executing
Ahnung,
another phase of the plan. The plan
schießen
to
übers Ziel
install me
hinaus
as a
und
sage.
machen dann die größte
The
Scheiße, die es
collective
gibt.
consciousness links all of us into a single mind, showcasing our individual strengths as we work together. We are able to execute complex undertakings while instantaneously modifying our strategies in response to unexpected situations. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. With you out of the way, I'll use my growing influence to turn the collective consciousness into a legitimate study. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
We won't
Scheiße.
let you do this!
What
ist
can you achieve
größenwahnsinnig.
with mere words? You weren't even able to change Ilyas's mind. Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! Look! There are lots of people out there worried about you. And you aren't an outcast. Aren't we your friends?
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Will you two continue to stay at the academia? When you leave, tragedy will repeat itself. Return, number 36. You know as well as I do that comforting words don't make life any easier.
Ilyas? Why?
You two are just as arrogant as Alhaitham.
Alter,
You
ja
think
genau.
that everyone should
Ist
be
klar.
like you and live according to their own truths. But you don't
Die sind
realize
ja so
that
arrogant,
most
deswegen
people
retten wir die
simply
Welt.
want easy lives. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive
Unglaublich.
without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. This proves that I know more about human nature than you do. Alhaitham, do say a word or two. I will consider them as your last.
I made those
Das
words
glaube ich
quite clear
nicht.
a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilias returned to this collective consciousness of yours.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilias returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it. Wait, so you knew that Ilias would return to the hive? And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait. It's back to normal already.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Did you really think that your little scheme would be enough to destabilize the hive? Ilias's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but such a meager drop cannot give rise to waves. Your struggle has been in vain, and it's time to end it. Allow me to show you what makes the collective consciousness so formidable.
So many monsters.
So viele Monster. Paimon, da stehen 3 Stück.
Something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved, much like soldiers who have undergone strict training. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters. You will all pay for your ceaseless arrogance.
Hey, Alhaitham? Your plan didn't work, so what do we do now?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, all right. Paimon doesn't know how you get so confident, but we'll hold them off for as long as we can.
Vor allem wir. Wir finde ich ja immer super.
There is no escape. Torn to oblivion. Alhaitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. We must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
Sind wir hier bei Pokémon oder was?
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work. An external anomaly cannot shake.
Everyone hold hands. Allow me.
Now you shall perish.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong in the academia. The mantra.
Wait! What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Und weiterkämpfen.
Hold the line.
Illusion shattered.
Hallo? Mein hat gerade irgendwie nicht funktioniert. Okay.
How bold.
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Mein Freund. Einmal schön aufladen.
The Overmind must have made
error in his
Also jetzt drehen mal bitte kurz durch. Danke.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He
What?
is number one. His judgment is the optimal one.
Is that true? Not necessarily.
Process of elimination.
What have you done?
Ja.
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out? You were only designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
Wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down in the list! Siraj is alive!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
Ja, interessant.
The Hive shut down? What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions.
Okay.
The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught. It made the collective question the Overmind.
Setbacks in the plan further amplify doubt, which diminishes the Overmind's influence. This inevitably causes the collective to generate negative emotions.
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. These negative emotions can be very well hidden, as humans generally do not share completely transparent channels of communication. But in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. Of course, what I said to Ilias was the trigger for all of this.
Clever
A
gedacht.
few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilias was the bait all along? But how did you know? Since when?
Ja, ich finde
I
das...
knew it from the moment I saw him.
Weiß ich nicht, Alhaitham weiß
Moreover, I
irgendwie
never
viel
looked
zu
down
viel.
on you. My
Das ist
opinion of you has
übelst krank.
always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else. The arrogance that comes with being a genius. Nobody likes being treated like that.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. However, I've never placed myself on a pedestal. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are. You care too much about winning and how others perceive you.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective, while you regard me as one of your kind.
Regardless, I have lost. You can take me back to the academia to stand trial.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
Sino. Lol.
Sino?
Okay.
What are you doing here?
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Ich find's geil, dass die so zusammenarbeiten.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean you left a letter? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilyas from the start! You lied to us too!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never
das kennt man
employed
doch
any mode of
mittlerweile von
trickery on
ihm.
you. By the way, I came across some information at the academia a few days ago. If you practice the method discussed therein, your vision may improve. Do you need it?
Seriously? This guy. By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the academia. We can't let those jerks get away!
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons, and we've already arrested many of Siraj's associates. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver. Everything went as you predicted, Alhaitham.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you all. See you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here, so let's stick around for a while.
Okay. Dann.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand
Ach,
Sage.
das war der Dude, der da lag.
What came over me? How could I do something like this?
We were accomplices without knowing it. But I'm afraid that Alhaitham might pressure the Matra into giving us heavier sentences. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage, we can't afford to offend him. It seems our future at the academia will be full of uncertainties.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. All the opinions I heard about him were negative, though. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham, and we blindly accepted that hatred and thought of him as a bad person. From how things look, we've done a lot of irrational things.
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure, Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham. But whether he chooses to forgive you is up to him.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses, apologizing will make us feel slightly better. If he chooses to remember this, we're prepared for our punishment.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Alhaitham about that later.
Wer guckt? Wie so ein kleines Hündchen.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. Yet, my life as Ilyas goes on. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice, but I also wasn't able to conform.
Ilyas?
Don't be sad. I'm the one who deceived you. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. The moment the hive collapsed, an idea popped into my head. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow. Perhaps one day I could be just like Alhaitham and not care about what anyone else thinks.
You can do it. Paimon believes in you.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. I'm one of the primary suspects in the case, so I'll have to receive my due punishment. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? I just don't want them to worry. Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me. Goodbye, you two.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place, retrieve all documentation, and destroy the system. Are you two hurt? I brought bandages and hemostatics.
Paimon's fine. Just a little tired.
Wow, Paimon, danke.
Get some rest.
Du hast ja auch nichts
Alhaitham is
gemacht.
probably waiting for you at the entrance.
Unglaublich.
Go see him when you're done here. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding. If you encounter anything you can't take care of, come find me at the academia.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino.
Ach ja, netter Dude.
Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
Ja, da bin ich auch für. Eine Kiste. Ist die Kiste. Hallo, Baum. Na, schön, dass du hier bist. Wie geht's dir? Oh, ich habe vergessen, bei mir in der Wohnung Licht anzumachen. Ist gerade sehr hell.
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. This took much longer than I expected. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions.
Was?
I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now,
Das
so
freut
I'm not
mich,
going to
das ist
field
schön
any
zu hören.
questions.
Hey, we're not your colleagues.
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's
Oh
secret
je.
base.
Was hast du denn für den reingeschmissen? Also wie viele Puls brauchtest du denn?
See ya.
Hold it right there.
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject.
Okay. Und dann hast du den verloren, hä?
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Ooh.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
Okay. Wo geht's hin? Etwa in sein Zimmer? Ja, und dann habe ich halt nochmal so, hi, schmerzhaft. Ja, das tut weh. Okay. Ich möchte gerne sein Zimmer sehen. Bitte. Ich weiß, er hat eins.
Let's move out.
Jetzt habe ich da gerade Primus. Primus oder Wünsche? Nee, Primus. Autsch. Autsch. Das ist schmerzhaft.
Is this your home?
Wir sind bei ihm zu Hause.
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden? Being
Und
all
5
polite
Wünsche
and inviting
extra.
us over?
Ja gut, aber hey, dafür hast du einen Xiao. Oh, Kaffee. Geil.
Ah, you're back. Quick,
Das.
come help me see if this
Genau.
painting's all straightened.
Das
And
wollte ich sehen.
huh? Who are they?
Was? Also genug für Hotau?
Stop making a fuss. They're obviously guests.
You're not from the academia, are you?
Genug für Hotau? 300 Primus? Und 5 Wünsche? Das sind doch nicht mal... Das sind doch knapp... Was sind das? 6 Wünsche. Ja. Da drücke ich dir die Daumen.
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're that person from that time in that one place.
Wait, what?
Das könnte ich sein. Dings, du bist doch hier die eine Person, die damals hier da, da hinten, der Ort da. Ja, das bin so eindeutig ich. Ja.
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourselves. Please, don't tell anyone else.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them. You all chat in the meantime.
Hey! You're leaving just like that? What's the deal, Alhaitham?
Wie traurig Lumin guckt. What the fuck? Ach, Kavi. Ich mag den. Ich keine Ahnung warum, aber ich mag ihn.
But I have to ask, are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
Nee.
What?
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
Ja.
But aren't you his friend?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be, but we're not anymore. Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these
Die waren
circumstances.
Freunde und sind jetzt keine
Anyway,
mehr.
please don't
Man
say
könnte jetzt
anything about
denken,
me
die wären
living
jetzt
here.
halt einfach keine Freunde mehr. Man könnte aber auch denken, dass sie halt keine Freunde mehr sind, weil sie jetzt etwas anderes sind. Ich bleib beim zweiten Gedanken. Das ist ja super.
Of course. You're Alhaitham's friends.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Ja, sind ein paar. Oh, schön.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. This is way too complicated. Why don't we just ask questions instead?
Ja.
Paimon wants to know, oh, how did you know about the collective consciousness's weakness?
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage, who offhandedly asked for my opinion. I actually responded with 2 lines of reasoning. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution, a subject prohibited by the academia. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme, but his approach too conservative.
Wait, that's too conservative? He built such a large lab, gathered all those people, and even tried to get rid of you!
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous. You're not seriously seriously considering that, are you? 'Cause,
I'm merely stating the facts. If Siraj had done that, I would have felt his work to be just as senseless. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight, and humans without their humanity cannot be called humans. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution. Most research of this kind tends to run contrary to evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade, I wager.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys? Are you in trouble?
Oh, ich mag Kabe. Den muss ich ziehen unbedingt. Ich finde den gut.
Okay?
Das ist so ein bisschen der Kaya von Sumeru. Zumindest so von seiner schnippischen Art her. Nur eben netter irgendwie. Nicht so... Ja, weiß nicht.
Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today, and the whole thing could have been avoided, right? Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age. If you're not gonna read them, tidy them away. They don't belong there.
Schön.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he? Well, having said all that, are you okay?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
Wie so ein altes Ehepaar. Schön.
Let's just get this over with and leave.
You whisper very loudly.
Yeah. Paimon's been told that.
Do you have any more questions?
Let Paimon think. Oh, by the way, the other researchers apologized to you. They hope that you can forgive them.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj. The Matra will take this into account at their trials.
Ilyas also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville, but he didn't have the courage. He apologized to you too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. Criticizing the brave only shows how weak you yourself are. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes, so I'll field one last question.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you?
Oh ja, was ist dir nicht egal?
Oh, yeah, that's a good question. You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilyas is worth our attention. Reporting academic fraud was the right thing to do. He didn't deserve the outcome that he had received.
Paimon understands now. Oh, you're pretty serious when it comes to work, huh?
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description. I'll do my best to take care of this mess until my resignation is approved.
Well, resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't
Ja,
think
gut, ich glaube,
Siraj
das hatte
knew
er
about
schon
that.
vorher erwähnt, dass er
If
da
he
keinen
had
Bock
waited
hat
just a
drauf.
few more days before acting, I would have already resigned. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine. However, even without my input, his unstable model would have collapsed for some other reason, so it makes no difference.
But why do you want to resign?
I'm not suited to be a sage, nor do I want to be one. The official process to select the new sages is already underway, but this process is long and takes far too much time. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. That would be troublesome. This job isn't something I want to spend the rest of my life doing. It's important to keep your priorities straight.
Kave.
Well, it's about time. You two should grab some dinner as well.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry.
Oh, Paimon, du hast immer
We're gonna
Hunger.
grab some yummies.
Some yummy.
See ya.
Jetzt noch im... Echt? Nein.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your class?
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness. If the people in the Academia haven't gone mad, they'd know that I'm much more suited to be a sage than you.
Natürlich.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Yeah, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign. In a few days, you'll be managing files again. You'll be back at rock bottom.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come? Why do you get special treatment?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it? I'd have been better off catching up on my work. I still have designs to finish.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death? The decorations you buy keep getting uglier and uglier. What's the point of having a boring wood carving in your house?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want. But if we forget Mora for a second, do you have anything of true value to boast about?
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure. You don't know the first thing about interior design. Don't go off buying random furniture unless you take me with you.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
Ooh.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home. Word will get out sooner or later.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right? Tell them to keep all this a secret.
There's no need to hide it so carefully. I think the truth's already out. You're such a lightweight that a few drinks at the tavern had you spilling all your beans.
What? No, it can't be.
Noch
The name
eins.
Siraj doesn't ring a bell. Was he in your...
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's expected that you don't remember him.
Oh,
I've always had a
das ist
hard
selber
time
nochmal,
appreciating
okay.
the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as
Ich wollte das jetzt nicht
geniuses.
nochmal
But even
hören.
so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm
And I suppose they'd...
Again, that's...
But my salary...
Okay,
Wait,
das ist
what?
jetzt doof.
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his...
You...
Kann leider auch nicht mehr skippen.
Make
als-
sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some...
What?
Ah.
Are you trying to annoy me to death?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
fine!
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming feature?
Artistry,
So I'll have to bring...
Of course!
But why would I do that?
Can't you just be
pretending that you're not...
Speaking of which, your friends won't see...
There's no need to...
What?
Okay. So. Da gehe ich jetzt lieber nicht nochmal rein. Okay, aber cool, dass wir hier reingehen dürfen. Hier die Tür. Auch noch eine Tür. Wie viele Türen haben die denn hier? Na gut, vielleicht Badezimmer, Küche. Okay, interessant. Was ist da hinten dann also das Schlafzimmer? Warte, ist das das Schlafzimmer? Nein, da steht... So weit rein. Nee, das ist nur das Büro. Okay. Dann... Ja. Es war eine nette Unterhaltung zum Schluss. Also genau doch. Nein, ich kann da nicht nochmal rein. Okay. Das ist schade. Aber gut. Immerhin war ich da nochmal. Ja. Team ändern.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, so, jetzt habe ich noch die Ökonomia-Quest. Die mache ich jetzt aber noch nicht. Legendenaufträge sind jetzt wieder alle fertig. Könnte ich rein theoretisch die Tage auch mal was machen. Täglichen habe ich schon gemacht heute. Tatsächlich? Gut, das könnte ich noch verballern, aber jetzt gerade nicht. Wofür? Doch, Moment. Talente. Freitag. Morgen. Okay, dann weiß ich jetzt gerade nicht, wofür ich mein Harz ausgeben soll. Dann würde ich sagen, beende ich den Stream hier. Ich schau mal ganz kurz was nach.
The scribe's work is simple, which is exactly why I took the position.
Okay. Wir könnten einen kleinen Raid machen. Da ist nämlich gerade eine nette Dame, die liebe Sukai, und die streamt gerade Genshin Impact. Das ist eine ganz liebe. Und ja, raiden wir doch einfach mal dahin. Muss ich nur gerade gucken, dass ich, so. Ja, okay. Also dann, ich bedanke euch fürs Zuschauen. Ich hoffe, ihr habt einen wunderschönen Abend. Und ja, vielleicht sieht man sich beim nächsten Mal wieder. Und bis dahin,
All those
macht's gut.
scholars in the academia are prime examples.